Texas, Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the move from inside his 5. Coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Oklahoma's offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming to this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. There's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Wants to go up top. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player. And a great job by the defense taking away that primary read and making sure they don't make a big play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. As they say, touchdown, first down, or get down. He gets down. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Texas A&M's offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling,
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turn.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The defense putting points on the board.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands. Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Aggie. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Well, the defense is winning this game, and they are helping out their own cause. That's the 2nd time they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. You know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but you can't make mistakes against this unit, and it has absolutely killed this team early in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. And the Sooners just got that huge run there. Another explosive play. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. The give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on! And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss it. If this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unloads it left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Oh, my, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making checks. They'll try the toss to the left. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Here's the handoff. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. looking to fire. Finds us back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get into a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field.
Touchdown, Aggies! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Using the quick game. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's caught inside the 15. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Completed pass, he goes nowhere. In fact, they lose yardage.
That's when I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Just keep slinging it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Going for the big play. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
Well, this thing's turning into a route, and it's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Irwin. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The throw. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Punch it out of the air. There he goes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station.
The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff from the gun. Looking for room at the 40. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's short. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
All right, nice. QB, it's 3rd down, it's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Quarterback may change this route. Look out, he's got room. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go right back to it. Powers through the defender. Breaks into the open. Bulldozes his way through. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
We've seen it from this running back, too. There's a lot of ways he can make you miss. Bottom line, this defense has to do a better job game tackling.
Yeah, just hard to bring down. Just physical, runs through people. This is a guy that defenses hate playing against, and you see why. So many yards after contact.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And now on second down for this offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Irwin. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Hand off from the shotgun. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Give to the back. Runs through a tackle. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. A running back searching for a hole. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw, it's Willihan. Fires to the end zone. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab down the left side. Finds a seam. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggie. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That's caught. It's Hess.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Scanning the field, it's Willihan. Here's a heat. Makes one man miss. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Sooners will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any... Pulls from overuse. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. They'll go back to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on victory here in Week 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Pinned just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Willihan. Right down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looks it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. Oh, he's got some space.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Wide open on the right. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Got his man downfield. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition.